First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Newton dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they?
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It was Eric Reed in on the stop. From just shy of midfield, Brady. Dorsett's got it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 52 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 12, Newton, and they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They will go for it. Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has.
And now look at him go. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 73 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that makes the score 21-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Newton and Olsen here with a connection. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. He gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 58 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. The end result, 21 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
The Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Wait, put it! Mike 54. Hey. Shadow!
Here's Brady. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. Check it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
72. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Bring it. Hey, exit. Mike 54. Mike 54. We don't want this.
Snap comes at one, and it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Newton on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he works free. A big play there for Carolina. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's funny, throughout the season, we keep hearing from different coaches and players about the so-called rules, and it's different for each position. But as a quarterback, throwing across your body is supposed to be a rule that you're not supposed to break, isn't it?
Yeah, and especially with a guy coming knocking you to the ground like that.
I think he was fortunate that didn't get intercepted, fell to the ground incomplete, but you got to really be careful about that one. Yeah, you can break it every now and then.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen, 33 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Brady. Caught by the tight end Watson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Brady, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Get him, boy.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
Wait, that 380. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On play action, now Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? If they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles, they've got to go back out there and play.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Newton forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Newton takes it himself. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Michelle. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9, Brady complete to Watson, the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. To Michel on the dump off. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 30, 10, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Time to go, night. Check safety, check safety. Hey, Alabama.
Brady now on first down. Here's Sanu on the catch. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that off. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Brady now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Wait, set, wide, 80. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go. Alert!
Brady, a quick throw out to Edelman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play really...
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Opening drive of overtime and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. First throw in overtime for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
54. Check 50, check 50. Alert! 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
From the 44, Brady. And he fires to Edelman, complete on the comebacker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Check. Hold 50. Alert! Alert!
Here's Brady to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Brady. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how